This is Heather with Higher Fates. All right. So right now, I've been hearing from Spirit that you really gotta watch out. Come income tax time, that you already do have people positioning themselves in the background. Okay, especially if you have children and you get a lot of money for the earned income tax credit or what have you nots. So just really be mindful. Of these people. You even could be missing them, but they really are an energy vampire and they are the enemy, okay, with the thief card. All right. And they're definitely going to disappear, with your hard-earned money, and take you out to the cleaners, and definitely just be mindful and use that money for yourself and or your kids, you know. All right, so we do have masquerade, so definitely be watching for everybody and their mom coming out of the woodworks. It could be a man or a woman, in disguise, especially if they've done this before. They're known for coming in and out of women's lives and things like that who have kids, and I have even witnessed it myself. With a friend who spent all her money, most of her money on a man, and then he put his hands on her and she called the cops on him. And actually what turned out is the cops took her because she left a scratch on his arm from trying to fight him from choking her. So you just really never know what's going to happen. And she's the one who landed in jail. Okay. So I mean, just really be mindful. She didn't even have enough money to get back to her kids, okay? She had traveled out of state. So I definitely, ladies, gentlemen, don't go out of state, and spending your whole wad on somebody, okay, and getting caught up. There's definitely people out there who could like just use you all up and or put their hands on you and or call the cops on you, and you have nothing left for yourself and your family after that, and it's just very unfortunate. So yeah, there's definitely, people creeping in the background. And this person in particular has other people on the side, that they engage with and scam with and have sexual encounters with. It's a whole, I guess, little circuit of thieves, and they're seductive, they're mass manipulators, liars, and deceitful. So yeah, they're definitely waiting to shoot their shot. They're waiting to see what happens, and they could start coming in around, before Valentine's Day, like, woo doo, I love you and all that, I've missed you, blah, 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 or I need help with this, and you're going to just see them totally change into this, like, great person, that you've always wanted and waited for. But be careful because they're just feeding you a bunch of bullshit, okay? They know that you're about to get that payout, They know it's tax season, you can start e-filing come January 29th. So let's see and just keep an eye on your inbox, on your Facebook, messages, phone, email, whatever. Be checking to see who all appears between now and the typical March time when you get your income tax return. So yeah, there's false people, that are definitely watching you. They could be watching you online and things like that. And yeah, they're very, like a hidden enemy. They have bad intentions for you, And I even had a client who had her dad met somebody, and with six months, the lady was like 40 years younger than him. And he was in his 90s. And within 6 months of knowing her, he took his daughter off the trust in the will and added this lady that he barely even knew. It was crazy just because she tried to tell her dad that the lady was scamming him. So this really does happen, and he had went to a nursing home or whatever to see somebody, and then went to go buy some glasses at the store, and bam, Walmart got, introduced to scam artists. So, I mean, be mindful that these people will play on your ex-wife, ex-husband, your mom, your father, your grandparents, some people are lonely, and you just don't want to have that happen and lose out and lose money and, be totally just robbed by these false courtships, So definitely, just be mindful of who you're going to start dating and things like that when you get your money. please try and use impulse control, you know, because you really don't want to end up broke, you know, come the summer months or by next winter, you know. So definitely be sticking to your plan of what you have for that money. Be thinking now where that money is going. I know it's got to go to so many places these days with the high inflations and things like that. But what I would do, and I do, is I write down a list, you know, what's going to what, you know, what do we need to pay off, blah, 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 what's going to save us in the long run, you know, and minimize those unnecessary expenses. Now, some of you are definitely going to be able to get financed and use that money, you know, for a big major purchase. So definitely do not blow your wad on some Tom, Dick, and Harry or some female when you could possibly be using that for a down payment on a home, okay? Because rent's only going to go up in apartments, and it's just insanity what a one-bedroom apartment costs these days. You know, like $1,400. And, you know, electricity's going up. I mean, even our trash went up to get it picked up at our house. Like, insanity, you know? So it's definitely not the year to fuck around with your tax money, you know, or blow it on a bunch of alcohol, partying, and friends, you know, fair weather friends, you know. And I will say, just a piece of information, even the drug dealer loves income tax time because unfortunately some of these people have kids and they will go and spend that money and things like that. Or they even, some of these men or women try to lure these people away from their families and their marriages, okay? And they start courting them and things like that and get them involved on, you know, a substance or something like that, or start getting them high or drunk or whatever, you know, because they want that money, the gift of money. They want that money exchanged because they know that people who are more well off and sane and actually have a foundation and things like that have a lot more to lose and for them to benefit off of. So definitely be watching out where you put your money to this year. You know, it's election year, no telling what's going to happen with anything at this point, you know, and we need to make sure that we're taking care of our home, our family, our pets, whatever. You know, even if it is a family member, you might have to tell them no, you know. And it's unfortunate, but I mean, if you can't do it, you can't do it. You worked this whole year, and it probably never gets to go where you want it to go with the money. But this year, you know, you're going to stick to your guns. You know, that money is going to get invested into something that you have been eyeing and needing for you and the ones you love. All right. So, yeah. Definitely watch out for half-truths with people, you know. Money makes people real funny, you know. Even I can say my mom gets real funny with money. I'm going to end up finding out of my 2021 taxes if she claimed my son, you know. So, and got some of those payouts or whatever and recovery rebates. So I just don't know, you know. Even one time I stopped talking to her, or we got in an argument like years and years ago, maybe 2009, and I was on her car insurance for my vehicle was on it, and I gave her the money for my car insurance. Well, she was mad at me, so her and my stepdad used that money, and I got in a wreck, and I called her about the insurance, you know, because they were like, no, you don't have insurance. I'm like, what? I do have insurance. And they didn't pay it. They took my money and did not pay the insurance. So there goes the Jeep Grand Cherokee. So, yeah, it could be anybody who's a karmic or whatever, or even if you don't know them, don't go blow it at the titty bar, you know. I mean, just come on, just do something nice or whatever for somebody, but nothing too crazy, you know, because people will, like, you know, cover up the truth and things like that and put on a good show for you, you know, and be interested in you, tell you what you want to hear. Everybody tells you what you want to hear, especially on YouTube, I see. I'm like, okay, is this celebrity really fucking looking you up, or is this some shit? Okay, did you really beat a whole high-ranking coven? It's like, what? I don't know. I just don't know these days, so I'm not going to bullshit you and tell you all this crazy shit. The secret society or military is looking for you because you're so special and unique and blah, 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 and gas your ass up. I'm not here for that, you know? I'm just here to give you a message and things like that. I'm used to doing private personal readings, so my messages are very specific. So it's a little different to do general for me and to adjust because I just, have morality and ethics out there, and I don't want to put out some insane ass shit that makes you feel good about yourself that's totally not true and fabricated. And, we got to draw the line somewhere with people gassing your ass up, okay? Like, get off the gas, reel it back in. You are special and unique. But I very seriously doubt, a covert operation is after you. It sounds like your tarot reader needs to lay off the methamphetamines, because I've been wondering what the fuck they're talking about. And it's like, man, that shit reminds me of methamphetamines. Like, that's some crazy ass shit, And it's like, yeah, it's definitely more for entertainment, but they really act and sell that shit like it's really going on and real. And I'm just like, no, what's going on in real is that and then stuff, okay? So that's real, all right? So, yeah, I just, I have some things I just don't want to do. So, yeah, definitely get somebody a gift. Don't get fucking large-ass gifts or add somebody to your cell phone plan if you barely just met them or they're kind of risque. All right, and also, I don't know why I just got this, but it reminds me of the Johns who buy their escorts or prostitutes prepaid phones and gifts or bring them liquor bottles. Anyways, you never know what your partner is doing sometimes. You just don't. I'm not going to say it's your partner, whoever the viewer and shit like that. But I definitely have seen this shit go down, So it does happen. All right, so yeah. With the seduction card, bitches going to be doing the most. And so will guys, trying to pull that big daddy dick energy. And it's like, they ain't shit, So yeah, and then I almost feel like I got to compete with the chicks who are showing their cleavage. I got great cleavage, but should I start showing my cleavage to get more views on YouTube? I don't know. More subscribers? I don't know. I usually hide them, but maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. It's fair is fair, right? So, yeah, be mindful about engaging in too much pleasurable activities when you get that income tax money. It can be definitely tempting and things like that, and it could be some definite chemistry going on and they could look hot. But it's like, come on, there's some guys out there who will spend like $100 just to video chat with somebody. It's like, what? Even more. It's just insane. Don't do that if you're my male viewer or female viewer. Save your money. Do not give it to the prostitutes and escorts, okay? You don't need it, There's always your own hand. You got your own hand, okay? Please yourself this year, and keep your money, definitely. Put on a show for yourself, or find a friend, who isn't after your money and things like that. But yeah, you're definitely going to be breaking a karmic cycle and you're going to be seeing the red flags when these people pop up into your life, between now and income tax return time, They're definitely going to be watching, and watch out also for those people who want to claim you and your kids or freaking cousins, everybody, You just don't know. Also, if you have somebody claiming you and you agree to a set amount of money and you know that they never give you the right amount, maybe you should find a new person to claim you or something like that. I've just seen all kinds of cases, and just money in that time just brings out like everybody out from the woodworks. Everybody's loving that they finally got extra money, after going through the harsh January, February and shit, and everybody wants to get this and that. But it's like, do not leave your ass in despair this time. It's like, fuck, it's all gone. I know that feeling. And it's like, shit, but I only accomplished this, and that when I didn't get to do A through Z. And it's like, I know that sucks. But you can make it, definitely. And just have your boundaries. And I know even if you're older and have children who ask you for money, grandchildren, it's like, whomever, it could really make you feel awful telling them no. But if you just can't do it, or you just need something for yourself or something this year, you're going to have to up your boundaries and not feel so bad about telling somebody no, okay? It's going to be okay. They're not going to like you taking your power back, but it's going to be okay, you know, and eventually you'll be strong enough to where it won't bother you anymore by saying no. You know, no is a very powerful word, and so is yes. No is just as important, so don't torture yourself with worry, you know, about how they're going to view you if you don't sit there and spend money on them or give them the money that they need. You know, everyone has a sob story, and theirs could honestly be legit, or even you just know that this is a typical pattern of them that they have, you know. And it's like, at what point are you going to stop? You know, we can't give to everybody all the time, you know, and you shouldn't feel bad for not enabling somebody. So definitely keep your boundaries up, even with your salespeople. Keep your boundaries high, because they're definitely going to, you know, want some commission or part of that. You know, they're going to want you to spend that money, you know, and you don't want to be like them walking off with all your shit. And it's like, what the hell did I get? Or get a car at some used dealership, you know, where they turn the car off on you if you don't pay, shady shit. Or the car only works for a month. I've seen that too. Don't go into seedy places with your money, okay? It's just going to walk off. And if you like to gamble, that's a machine. That's your gambling addiction. It's going to take it from you. Don't do it. Low casino time's okay, but know when to walk away, okay? So, yeah, you just, maybe you want to take a little journey with that money, with the income tax. Take your kids on a trip, yourself on a trip, you and your bestie, whoever, you know. And it doesn't even have to be anything lavish or anything like that, you know. There's plenty of things to do. And, you know, come March and summertime, to where you don't have to buy plane tickets if you don't need to. So, yeah, just find ways to definitely get creative, or cool places to visit in your state, you know, to just make it happen. Take a day trip, you know. That's always nice, you know. Go see some sights, go hiking, a little bit of camping, whatever. Hit the RV, rent something. I've even rented on Turo a vehicle. Me and my husband did, because his was in the shop, and so that was pretty cool too. So you rent yourself a vehicle, you know. You can rent sports cars even if you like that too, you know. But yeah, definitely do a lot of reflecting, okay, this time with the money that's coming in. You know, just really think about where that money needs to go. What do you want to invest in? What are your goals? What are your dreams? What have you been neglecting? How would you like to use that money? You know, and definitely make a list, write it out. Because, you know, once that money comes, it goes so fast, unfortunately. And we forget our original intention of where it was supposed to go. You know, we forget a couple things, like, oh shit, I forgot that. And it's like, shit, you know, and it's not there. And then you're just struggling, even if you like spend more than your money, and you spend some of your paycheck and the money, it's like, fuck. Then you're behind, you know, on rent and shit like that, or car payment. So yeah. Oh, one good thing about getting a new vehicle is that you can trade in your other one if you have a trade-in, but also they usually give you a couple months to where you don't even have to pay. So that's pretty awesome. And yeah, you know, get your warranties on there. Get as much out of it as you can, you know, for a better price, you know, lower interest, more features, more warranties, whatever. Do your research on your cars and your houses. How's the AC unit, you know? Does it flood? Does it have this and this problem? You know, is the foundation good? You really don't want to walk into a fucked up mess with your money, okay? So yeah, that's basically all I have, is definitely be mindful on your money. Oh, you know what? I can do these zodiac cards to see who is possibly coming out of the woodworks. We got either you or someone else is a Leo. who could be eyeing you and your money that's supposed to come in for your tax return. Or if they're eyeing, you know, maybe the will or estates of a loved one who is getting older, you could be dealing with that as well. You know, probate court is no fun. You know, that time of year, or that time in everyone's life when somebody passes away and has assets, you know, siblings and everybody in the family gets crazy, starts trying to steal things out of the house while they're in a home. You know, you really got to watch out. Neighbors, whomever, for fraudsters, scammers, or for them trying to get with them or take you off the will and put their name in there. That happens. All right, so you could be a Libra or dealing with a Libra who wants to take their cut in your money. All right, who else wants to get some of that income tax return in the viewer's life? Who is being deceitful or coming in to take from the viewer, spirit team? Who's coming in? All right. My son, Sagittarius. You could be a Sagittarius, or the person is a Sagittarius who has bad intentions. Okay. What other signs are we dealing with, spirit team? Any kind of water signs, okay? So you could be a water sign, or they could be a water sign. Who wants to blow all the viewers' money, spirit team? Which zodiac sign wants to blow the viewers' money? We got Pluto came out. Yeah, we're definitely in the time of Pluto. All right. So we got on the top Virgo. So yeah, definitely you could be a Virgo, or they could be a Virgo. So yeah, definitely watch your money. Who else could be involved as a scammer wanting to take all your income tax return or have you blow it on them, spirit? Who should the viewer be mindful of? Whoa. Okay, we got Mars. Maybe a sign ruled by Mars. Who wants to take advantage of the viewer's money, spirit team? Who wants to take advantage of the viewer's money? Okay, you could be a fire sign, or they could be a fire sign. It's likely they're a fire sign, because that's what I asked for. Anyone else? Pisces. All right, you could be a Pisces, or they could be a Pisces. So, yeah. And we have Saturn on the bottom. So, definitely, if some crap does go down, or has gone down in the past to where you're kind of swindled out of your income tax money and things like that, or people claim the children that weren't supposed to claim the children, you know, and they had no right to, definitely Saturn will be dishing out that karma, you know, and so you will get spiritual justice. No need to get revenge or things like that, unless you do need to take legal action. So, yeah, definitely if you have somebody who might claim the kids, you know, and you're supposed to be claiming them, you might want to race against the clock and be the one to file first. I know you can't control when your W-2 comes in, but that could be a thing, you know? So be mindful of others trying to claim what's yours and, you know, and take away from you and your family when you know that you're going to do well by them and they're not. So, yeah. And let me think. What other card did I want to use? I guess we can break out what's the tea. I'm just happy it's Friday. It's cheat day for food, so I'm just looking forward to a damn burger, you know, from Whataburger. I can't wait. It's like my favorite thing, and to stream. I don't watch TV, you know, until my husband gets home. But I do watch YouTube, so yeah. Millie, stop. Okay, so if I could hold the cards. I have small hands. What's the tea, spirit? Okay. So, fishing for comments, or somebody's trying to fish for information, you know, what you got going on, what's coming to you, things like that. Also, they could be hitting you up on your page or whatever, or hitting you up trying to talk and see what you got going on, what are you doing, blah, 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 you know, where you at. So be mindful. Yeah, this person ain't shit. So yeah, best to ignore them. You know, likely they ignore you till it comes money time. All right, let's shuffle. I got fakes flexing on the bottom, all right? All right, so we have a romantic love affair, sex fix, or secret lover. You could be dealing with somebody who is a secret lover, or a secret lover coming back, or somebody could be stepping out and has a secret lover. So, I don't know. If you know there's a situation going on, maybe monitor the bank account, or when the income tax comes in, move some money into a separate account, and that's all I can say. You know, you got to make sure you are taken care of, and or the children. So definitely, you know, watch where money goes. You or somebody else, boss daddy, you know, can't let that big D energy, you know, CEO. So yeah, definitely we're all looking for stability, you know, and to like be our own owner, you know, the own CEO, whether it's CEO of the house or whatever. You know, we all just want to feel secure, safe, and stable, you know, and do well for ourselves and the ones that we love, you know. But also it comes with that energy, big boss mama or daddy. You're definitely going to have boundaries and know when to say no, you know, and know when to take a day off and spend some time with your family. I get so caught up in my projects and all that. You know, my husband does complain about the time I spend, you know. So definitely, you know, cook a meal for them, whatever. I got to remind myself, you know, to like touch their hand and whatever. Remember to give them a kiss, you know. I'm just, my mind's always somewhere. So whatever, you know, a little affection goes a long way, okay? So you can't be big boss daddy or mama all the time, you know. People do want to be loved and nurtured as well. But it is nice to have that stability and that hard rock, you know. All right. So what else is going on with the viewer spirit team and income tax return? Oh, shit. Giving money. Here we go. This is no lie. What came out? Do not give your whole wad to these people. Don't do it. All right, I'm about to turn the camera. Nope, I can't. I don't want to fuck it up. Okay, let's keep going. On the bottom of the deck, we got Stalker. Watching, stalking, obsessed with you. Okay, so yeah, they're definitely waiting for their time, strategically planning when they can come into your life and take what's yours, you know, or give them a loan or a little bit of money, or they need this, or their water's getting cut off, whatever it is. This person talks a lot of shit, you know, so definitely be mindful. And you know they talk a lot of shit, you know, or you've heard from mutual friends that they do. You know, we usually know when somebody doesn't like us, and that's usually the truth. It's not us being insecure. We get that vibe for sure, that we're just not quite all the way rejected, but that the circle is closed to us. So, yeah. This person, you could be dealing with somebody who hates on your spirituality, what you can do and manifest. They don't like your light and your power. They definitely don't want to see you taking back your life and your power and directing the money to where it needs to go. So be careful. Uh-oh. And then we got legal issues. Maybe somebody needs to immigrate, you know, or be mindful. Somebody could be calling immigration on you. You never know. All right. And sometimes it's the ones you love who will get you caught up. You know, the ones you thought you could trust the most. Even family members will get you effed off, you know. So if you're in need of a lawyer, I definitely suggest that you seek professional help and legal guidance. Usually consultations are free, so look it up, guys. You know, maybe you got to make some arrangements, you know, and see what is due to you or your rights and things like that. And it's always good to have some professional advice, you know. So we have Forcer. So You could be dealing with the masculine or feminine who kind of forces you into situations or to buy them things or take on certain debts that you don't like. It even could be, you know, a wife, a significant other. You could live with them, you know, and it's kind of more about what they want, but you're really wanting to do something else with that money. So don't let somebody punk you or force you around, even if you are married, you know, to do irresponsible things with that money and things like that, you know. You're just going to have to be strategic with it, you know, even if you have to put some money aside and hide it, you know, during all the spending, do it, you know, if you have no control over the money. You know, stick it in an envelope or hide it somewhere, you know, for when you know that y'all are going to definitely need it for some groceries or something, or school clothes, summer clothes, whatever, or childcare, you know. So, or learn how to persuasively talk to this person if you have to deal with them, you know. So definitely you got to figure it out. You got to figure out how to deal with this person in your life, you know, especially if your assets are tied together. So, yeah. Definitely, you know, I recommend getting a separate account, you know. Yeah. All right. So, I gotta let my dogs out soon. What else is the viewer going to deal with for income tax return time? What are people going to do? What can the viewer expect from people? Photo proof. Getting evidence. All right. So, maybe... I don't know. I don't know why I thought, but maybe, you know, your family or somebody gave you some money or whatever in the past, you know, and it wasn't meant to be paid off. It was a gift, and they might be getting evidence on what you're buying and spending, or they want to know where your money's going and things like that, or your ex or whomever, karmic, whomever. They're trying to see your setup or getting evidence or something, you know, to possibly try and prove, you know, that they can claim whomever they're wanting to claim and you can't, you know, and maybe you need to get evidence, you know, fucking goes the same way, you know. So if you need to get some photo proof and evidence, go for it. You know, all I can say is documentation, 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 you know. Definitely dot your I's and cross your T's, okay? And when it comes to things like that and money, proof and actual evidence is the best thing in the world. Date, time, who said what, whatever. You are loaning somebody, make sure you write it on the check. Make sure you, if you need to come up with a contract, and are they really going to pay back? So, anyways, but yeah, you might need to get some evidence, or if somebody's siphoning your money somewhere or spending it on hookers. All right, it happens. So, we got karmic friends, so can't fully trust them. You know, they are secret competition and things like that. And don't try and keep up with your karmic friends and the Joneses, okay? And they want to go do this and this and just blow all this money. Like, you know, don't live beyond your means. Like, we can't keep doing that to ourselves. It's only torturing us, you know, and I know what it feels like to be ruled by the things I own and having to make the money to freaking pay for it and pay it off. It's just a horrible cycle. We don't need to go into competition with anybody. They can just play their own damn game, you know? What else is the viewer dealing with? Moving. All right, viewer, here we go. Moving. And just so you know, moving is tax deductible. So, yeah. Definitely keep your receipts, okay, guys? If you do a move this year or you did one last year, you can claim it on your taxes. Probably you can do the supplies, the rental truck, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, definitely. If you got to take your shit and go, you take your shit and go. You know, you're moving on and moving forward. So, you know, definitely put your cash aside, you know, to make your major moves, you know. Sometimes you got to do it in silence, you know. But yeah, on the back of that, yeah, maybe you found out somebody has a dirty offer. Maybe living with that person just ain't working out. Maybe you don't like what they're having to offer, what they're dealing with, you know, and you just don't want to be a part of it. So you're taking your shit and leaving, boxing it up, you know. Start even before you know you're moving and getting out and away from somebody. you know, start getting rid of the things you no longer need or want. If you got to downsize or whatever, you know, the less you got to carry, the better. So yeah, or get a storage, you know. So yeah, anyways, if you like this and would like to hear more, I would appreciate if you liked and subscribed. Sorry, I got 6 dogs and a cat. So yeah, and I appreciate all your comments, likes, and subscribes. Thank you.